Hi, everybody. So I missed doing my flowers you can smell last week, but that's okay. I'm doing it today, and I am delivering flowers to a very special person, and that is my oldest sister, Kimm Gourdine. I think you hyphenated your name. Today is my sister's 40th birthday, so it's a significant milestone, and I already wished her a happy birthday, but I want to publicly wish you a happy birthday, Kimm. And I thought it would be fitting to just tell you some of the things. I can't even name everything, but these are some of the things that are significant for me as it relates to you and everything that you mean to me in my life. And let me just say this: now having four kids, the two oldest being girls, the oldest being 15 years old, I now realize how great of a big sister you were growing up. And I'm saying were because those years as an adolescent, probably even when I was like a toddler and stuff, I just don't remember. But I specifically recall situations where I can talk about the great lessons that you've taught me, or the fun that we've had, or you've had my back through something, or you were there for me to talk to, or we could just kind of kick it, or you would let me do stuff and get away with it. I can remember those types of events like they were yesterday. And I find myself when this is one of the flowers, which is being a really, really great big sister. I find myself a lot of times when I'm talking to my oldest referencing experiences that I've had with you, and almost giving her tips, if you will, of how to be a great big sister to her younger sister, because my reference point is that of having a great big sister. You were extremely cool, so I always wanted to hang out with you, and you let me, even though a lot of times I was your out for, where you were going, but that's cool because I had fun. But you were extremely reliable. I could trust you. I never doubted you being in my corner. And you were a teacher. You're a teacher now. Well, not, but you taught me a lot. You taught me how to protect myself. You taught me how to interact with people, and to know how to adapt to certain situations. And you're a very social person, so through you I learned the importance of being able to interact and communicate with people. And you you just were there for me. I remember plenty of times when you were in college and I would get in trouble all the time, and Daddy would make me call you in the middle of the night to tell you what I did. And I know you were tired and didn't want to talk, but you still sat and listened, and you would give me advice and you would talk to me. And I remember times when I didn't have my license, but you would let me drive the car as long as I brought you something back from the store. And so those things help to craft a lot of who I am today. And I know that today it is, sorry, my screen went out. Today, I think the course of relationships turn into something different than when you're growing up. So now it's our relationship turns into more of a friendship than what I'll call a mentorship. But I see that if I didn't have that mentorship from you, there would be a lot of things that I wouldn't know how to do today, or in my opinion, I wouldn't be doing the right way. So thank you for that. And now in the current day, Kimm, I I feel like you're an extremely passionate person. I've always admired how much you truly care about education and making sure that kids have the opportunities that they should have, and can learn things and grow. And you're extremely creative, and I always call you a butterfly because you're very free. And sometimes it's frustrating when you're not a free, you're not the butterfly person and you're talking to a butterfly person. But I admire it because it's almost like you know how to see the good and keep it moving, how to not let things, at least from what I see now, um, how to just kind of not let it not let it get so intense, and like, it's life, live it, enjoy it, cruise through it, and be happy, and be free, and be spirited. And when I think about you, that's what I think of. That's why I think you have that big bright smile, because I think of you as a very free person. And I also wrote that you're non-judgmental. I've never felt like you judged me, even in times where you and I didn't see eye to eye, or maybe you didn't understand where I was coming from or anything like that. I never felt like you were coming from a place of judgment. I've always felt like you were coming from a place of trying to understand, and I appreciate that. And even the times where we have fought and going back and forth, come on, y'all, we're sisters, so y'all, everybody has arguments and things like that. I've always felt like your intention behind the fight was love, and that matters. It matters that you want the end result to be peace and love. And you have taught me and continue to teach me that it's not always about trying to win. Because sometimes when you try to win, you end up hurting somebody. Sometimes it's about trying to figure out what makes the most sense, what can happen where both people can still live their life, but still coexist and love on one another. So thank you for being a great big sister. I appreciate it. I don't take it for granted at all. Your name probably comes out of my mouth, I don't know how many times a week, especially if somebody got in trouble, especially if the oldest got in trouble. So I appreciate it. I hope that you had a wonderful birthday, that you continue to celebrate your 40th. It looks very good on you. And these are flowers you can smell. Love you so much.